It was an ordinary evening at my house, and as I closed the windows, the lights, and the door, I let myself fall asleep, knowing that with the coming of sweet release of sleep come infinite adventures in dreaming. Later that night, I woke up, grabbed a glass of water, and went back to sleep. The sensational lucid experience followed, and it was a time of wonders. As soon as I realised I entered a dream, a slow smile started to curl up my face. I had the glee of a child, and I knew a gate of many opportunities arose in front of me. Carefully, I started looking around, observing my surroundings, trying to take it all in. The dream scene that I entered looked surely enough like a warped version of my city. Near a busy street where cars passed by occasionally, a green sea of grass reached as far as my eye could see, before ascending towards a few hills, also covered in grass. Behind me, I noticed intricate paths with small resting places where hundreds of young men and women seemed to be having a picnic. Intrigued, I started to make my way towards a group that was closer to me, a group mainly consisting of two girls, a teenager that seemed to be of Latino descent and another one who was African American. Smiling towards me, they asked me to sit down with them and eat, and naturally, I accepted. A big part of this was the fact that the two girls were absolutely stunning, and I had to start up a conversation with them. I don't remember the specifics of the food. I guess it was basic picnic stuff like sandwiches or fruits. After a few minutes of conversation, the group and I were startled by a loud noise coming from above us. After a few seconds, we located the source of the noise. A huge black helicopter flew right above us, heading towards the grassy area. We thought it was going to land, but instead the helicopter dropped what seemed to be a black blob on the ground. As soon as it hit the earth, the blob fashioned itself into a humanoid form, now looking like a human figure made entirely of blackness. I recognised the figure all too well. This was Morpheus, one of my enemies that's been in my dreams since I first started having lucid adventures. So far, Morpheus's only goal seems to be to wake me up or provoke my pain, yet I do not know his intentions or his true name. The group I was with got scared and ran away as they saw Morpheus advance towards me, across the grass field. Panicked, I decided to leave the picnic paths area and jump towards the street I mentioned earlier. Now among the cars I ran away, trying to get away from the place Morpheus landed near. This didn't warrant my escape, however, as behind me I could hear cars getting flipped over, wrecked by the immense force of the Shadow Man. I knew he was close now, so I turned around and decided to face him. Soon enough, he emerged, knocking aside a nearby truck. His form changed now as if to taunt me. He turned into a little girl. Angry, I slapped my hands together and fired fireballs towards him. And yet he countered again and again as I flung my fire powers towards him. He resorted to bending earth, ripping chunks of road and throwing them at me, or lifting rocks with its mind. I quickly made my way into a nearby warehouse that seemed to pop out and taunted him in. I knew I was driving him out of his element, which seemed to be earth, but he surprised me by bending all the metal in the warehouse to his will. I was a tad bit awed. I never knew he was capable of such power. It seemed like all my perceptions of him were wrong. He could control anything. As I was about to get impaled, the girls from earlier from the picnic showed up and rescued me by threatening Morpheus with a baseball bat. Funnily enough, he backed away, as if the bat was somehow worse than everything I flung at him. He gave me an "I'll be back" looking and disappeared in smoke. I woke up soon after and knew the next time I will meet Morpheus I would have to be ready. But for now, I was happy that such an epic dream occurred.
Alright, thank you for watching that awesome lucid dreaming battle. When I read that, I thought it was pretty epic too. But I'd like to say thank you to the narrator. His name is Ash. His channel's in the description below. You can check out his voice. You can check him out if you want to hear more of him talking. Also, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more if you want. Like and comment so you can get a message from me, because I will reply. Also, if you want your story of your own to be shared on here, you can email me with my email in the description below. I will most definitely motion comic your story or animate your story. Take care.